Jay here from Stretford, Paddock. This is the paper talk. As you can see, I'm not in the studio. I'm not outside Old Trafford. I'm not even in the kitchen. I'm in Barcelona. I'm in my hotel. So doing an early morning video. Well, a morning video, which should be with you at the normal time. And then I'm going to hit the streets of Barcelona to see, amongst other things, if I can get myself a ticket. Loads of stories to get through. Most of them centering around Manchester United's takeover bid. Now, it is the soft deadline tomorrow, which is when bids have got to be submitted. But soft deadline, I mean, I take it that's obviously not a hard deadline, so it looks like something that could be moved. A few stories around that. I'm going to go into one in the Evening Standard. They've said, when is the deadline for takeover bids? They're sort of talking about the bids, and they're saying the soft deadline, which the Glazers have set, is Friday, February the 17th. Only two things are required of potential buyers in order to bid for their bid, to be officially recognised by the club before that deadline. These requirements are that each bid must be made in writing and that each bidder must prove they are financially viable to pay their offer amount should they be successful. Pretty ironic, that, isn't it? That the Glazers are asking for bidders to prove they're financially viable to buy Manchester United Football Club when the Glazers were never financially viable to buy us, never had any money, and just ploughed us into all this debt that we're still in. Now, who are the bidders? Who do we know are interested in Manchester United? It seems like the Qatari ruling family have jumped to the front of the queue. They seem to be the favourites to take over at Manchester United. I mean, you can say whatever you want about it, but to me, it's just sports washing. But they look like they are more than likely to be successful because of the amount of money they've got. They've got a wealth fund of around 400 billion. It's not set in stone, though, that it will be them. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who was a boyhood Manchester United fan, is another person who's interested. He's announced his intention to bid for Manchester United via his club, his business, Ineos. Now, he tends to be the fan favourite. Now, that's not set in stone, and do get involved in the chat and the comments and let me know what you think. There are some people that would prefer to see the Qataris because of the amount of money they've got. There are some people who question whether Manchester United should be a sports washing enterprise. Now, when I say the Qatari ruling family, if someone from Qatar, private investor, wants to come buy Manchester United, that isn't sports washing. But from what we know of this bid, it would be from the Qatari investment fund, or whatever it's called, which is basically the rulers of Qatar. So Jim Ratcliffe is another one who was interested. Could happen. Also, as well, there was rumours that Elon Musk is monitoring the situation. He's another one who's incredibly wealthy. His wealth, despite the fact he's had a lot of it wiped out recently, he's still one of the richest men in the world. I think he's like second richest, with a net worth of around 156 billion pounds. So he could buy Manchester United. He could do up the ground, rebuild the ground if he wanted to, rebuild the stadium, and invest in the training ground, and invest in the team, and still have 140 odd billion left over. Now, it looks like the cost of United is going to be between 5 and 6 billion. We'll have to wait and see whether the Qataris, whether Elon Musk or Sir Jim Ratcliffe can match that valuation. One thing's for certain, the Glazers are walking away with a lot of money, a lot of profit, after never putting any of their own money into Manchester United, which is very frustrating. The Evening Standard also asked the question, when could this deal happen? And he said it's all up to the Glazers. They are very much in the driving seat and have never said explicitly that they are definitely going to sell the club. The time frame, if they receive an acceptable bid, could be anything from a couple of months to a year or more. Chelsea sale took only 3 months, but that was particularly fast due to the previous owner, Roman Abramovich. Unique personal situation at the time. Obviously, he was basically told to get out of Dodge because of his ties to Vladimir Putin, had to sell quickly, which he did do, and the deal went through very fast. Might not happen with Manchester United because there isn't that sense of urgency. So we'll have to wait and see. It looks like Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the Qatari family, and maybe, although it's doubtful, Elon Musk could be interested in Manchester United. We'll find out tomorrow if there are any more bidders, but there could be a few more on the horizon. You remember when Chelsea were up for sale? I think they had hundreds of bids, didn't they? They had all sorts of bids, and obviously Todd Burley, the head of the consortium, was successful. Maybe that's going to happen with Manchester United. I think we spoke to Kieran Maguire a little while ago. Or no, it might be Mark Ogden, sorry. Mark Ogden, he said to us that it wouldn't be surprised if, there was bids from America and a consortium came in for Manchester United, just what we've seen at Chelsea. So as always, tomorrow we'll give you the latest updates with that soft deadline and let you know what's happening. Now, the big one, Barcelona game later on this evening in the Europa League first leg. I've had the press conference ahead of it. Erik ten Hag was waxing lyrical about Frenkie de Jong. He said, so I think we have a class in 2019 that was a team with a lot of fascination, and he brings, talking about de Jong, a lot of fascination. And I think he develops in the years after, and here and in Spain, he became even better. He's a fantastic player, plays out from the back. He always has time, and it was a pleasure to work with him. United were heavily linked with Frenkie de Jong in the summer. Didn't happen, of course. Could it happen next summer? We'll have to wait and see. He's obviously doing very well at Barcelona. Would they be open to selling him, though? There's still rumours that they're interested in Bernardo Silva. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. As always, we will keep you updated if anything changes. But at the moment, he is going to play for Barcelona, and he's likely to face Manchester United later on this evening. I've seen another story as well. There's also, in fact, I'll get to the other story I've seen about Marcus Rashford in a minute. Volt Vegos has been talking about the Barcelona game as well. He says, yes, of course, it's a great challenge for us. Of course, the 2 matches with Barcelona are great, but at the end, it's about winning and it's about the trophies. It doesn't matter which club or which stadium, wherever you're going to play. We're still active in 4 competitions, and we want to keep playing in them. That's why there's only one thing that's counting, and that's winning these days. On Thursday in the new camp, though, yeah, that's the big one. It is the big one. There was a story, right? I saw this earlier on. I think the Evening News had it, and I think they got it from Football Insider. Arsenal monitoring Rashford contract situation. Arsenal are monitoring Marcus Rashford amid continued uncertainty surrounding his United future. I'm going to stick my neck on the line here and say that Arsenal will not be signing Marcus Rashford. That would be a massive step down. I mean, that's just nonsense, that, isn't it? They're monitoring, Arsenal are monitoring the Marcus Rashford situation. Yeah, all right, I'm monitoring the Jessica Ennis-Hilbert situation. Nonsense. Yeah, what else have we got? We've also got loads of stories about the bids. Loads of people talking about multiple bids tomorrow. Could be a bidding frenzy tomorrow. And from Spain, Fijages, the Spanish outfit, Sevilla, this is from Fijages, they're saying are interested in signing United centre-back Victor Lindelof. Lindelof was getting a lot of interest during the January transfer window and a little bit in the summer as well. I think Inter Milan were interested in him. They were looking at Harry Maguire as well. Obviously, they didn't sign either. It wouldn't surprise me if Victor Lindelof did end up going in the summer. He's obviously down the pecking order. He's a very good player. I do like Victor Lindelof. I think he gets a little bit of undue stick. He's probably not at the levels you need. He's certainly not better than Rafael Varane and or Lisandro Martinez. So I wouldn't be surprised if he moved on. And a move to Sevilla, that would make a lot of sense for him, to be honest with you. Could be one to keep an eye on. There's a few players, aren't there, that are going to be going in the summer. You expect the likes of probably Maguire, Victor Lindelof, maybe Anthony Martial as well because of injury problems. I don't know if he's going to stick around. Scott McTominay, Donny van de Beek. I know he's injured at the minute. Well, so is McTominay. Those players have all been linked with a move away. We'll have to wait and see what happens with any of them. As always, we'll keep you posted. But yeah, the summer could be a busy time for Manchester United with a lot of outgoings and hopefully some incomings as well. Who knows? Maybe Erik ten Hag will eventually get his man in Frenkie de Jong. In the meantime, though, we need to keep him quiet at the new camp. We'll have updates from Barcelona throughout the day from our socials as well. And we'll also have the watch along tonight with Joe Smith and the gang and reaction from that as well. And I'll give a reaction from here in Barcelona. So for now, make sure you are hitting like, share and subscribe. I'm Jay Moy. This has been the Paper Talk from Barcelona. Full speed ahead, Barcelona. Thanks for watching.